Hi everybody, hope you're all keeping well. Today I'm going to do a brief video about anxiety. So it's a very common experience for most of us really. We can all get anxious for lots of different reasons, whether it's asking someone out on a date, whether it's going out before a big race, whether it's starting a new job. Very common experience. We can experience it, in very sort of acute situations, maybe for a couple of minutes and the night before a big exam or a big race, I've said, or it can be kind of prolonged over an extended period of time, and it can be sort of mild, moderate, and severe experiences of anxiety. But it's a very common experience. We will all go through it at some point in our lives. And again, it's just being really aware about trying to understand why we're actually feeling anxious, and if we need to seek help in doing that, then as we always kind of promote, there's lots of resources for jockeys to do that through the PGA website. So I want to talk a little bit first about some of the symptoms of anxiety and some of the signs you can look out for to notice if you are struggling a little bit and having those anxious sort of thoughts and feelings. So if we look here on this slide, so in terms of thought patterns, racing thoughts, uncontrollable overthinking, difficulty concentrating, they can all be a really good sign that you're feeling anxious about something. So really struggling to have that clarity of thought, really struggling to focus and concentrate on whether it's your job, whether it's conversation, whether it's relationships with different people, or driving, you feel that your mind's really scattered and you can't focus on anything. Next one down then, so it's a little bit more kind of the emotions, so feelings of dread, of panic, or impending doom, so that kind of as if something really bad is going to happen, and your emotions kind of are really sort of heightened towards that negative sort of feeling, that you feel something bad is going to happen. And again, they're sort of feeling irritable, kind of not having enough patience with people, and different things like that. Next one down, so in terms of sort of regular behavior, so your heightened sense of awareness, so you're really sort of sensitive to things, and also fatigue, so you're struggling with your energy, you're struggling to control your energy and get excited and get motivated for things, or just be able to kind of get up and get out there and attack the day. And then the final two, so we're talking more about sort of behaviors and routines and physically kind of how we feel. So looking at kind of changes in our sleep patterns and changes in our appetite and hunger. Appetite is really a big sign if we are struggling with something. Our digestive function gets really sort of disrupted and disconnected. So if our hunger is different from what it usually is, that's a really good sign that there's something causing that anxiety. And then the last couple there, in terms of those real physical feelings, elevated heart rate, so your heart rate is jacked the whole time or a lot of the time, or with the introduction of something in your environment, your heart rate bumps up, and then kind of feelings of nausea, so feeling a little bit sick and a little bit again kind of that heightened kind of not feeling safe, not feeling secure, those sort of emotions and feelings. So those are sort of the symptoms of feeling that anxiety. Now, why we might feel anxiety could be for many, many reasons. Those sort of emotions and physical feelings generally come from when we feel threatened. So our body's designed to focus on negative emotions and negative stimuli, so they keep us safe. So we feel there's something in our environment that's a threat, we will attend to it, we'll focus on it, and we'll have these reactions to warn us, okay, there's something over there that's a danger to me, that's a threat to me, and I need to be aware of that to keep myself safe. Now, obviously, in our lives, it's so complex. We've got complex relationships, we've got very complex jobs that we're doing, especially in racing. There's so many intricate parts that are going into that. There's many threats to our ego, there's many threats to our self-esteem, being in the performance, being under that spotlight, performing under pressure. There's lots of reasons why we might feel anxious and why we might feel a threat. So I think it's important to sort of be curious as to why you might be feeling anxious. Is there something in our environment that isn't quite resolved, if there's uncertainty or if there's doubt about certain things or certain relationships in your life. There could be lots and lots of different reasons why you're feeling this anxiety. If it's something that you have spoken with friends about or family about and you can't get to the source of why you might be feeling anxious, then as I said, like the wellbeing services at the PGA, that's what they're there for, that's what they're designed to do. And a counsellor or a therapist are really good, that's what they're trained in, that's what they're experienced in, to help you understand your anxiety a little bit more, try to understand where the source of this anxiety is coming from, and then try to in a collaborative way, in a partnership, to work through that anxiety with you and give you coping strategies and coping mechanisms to deal with that anxiety and to move on with your life and with your job and with your relationships and move on to a better place. Hopefully that was of interest to you all. As I said, the next slide we put up, we have all those wellbeing services at the PGA. You can contact them, you can contact myself if anything in this video resonated with you or you thought would be important to explore. I'd be delighted to chat with you, and if I feel that my qualifications don't allow me to deal with that, then I'll refer you on to the counselling services and therapy services with the PGA. Thanks very much for watching.